What is going on, YouTube? It is that time of year. States are coming up. Nationals are fast approaching, which gets me thinking. It's about that time of year when everyone starts to question, what is the perfect training program? So I'm going to try and answer that for you. Over the years, what I've learned is that the perfect training program for an individual is something that they trust 100%. Having a coach that they trust 100%, having a program that they trust 100%. So every time that they go to the track and they're doing efforts or they're doing sprint training or they're doing gym, that they trust what they're doing and believe in it enough that they know that that's what's going to help them become the best athlete that they can be. So a great example of this is recently at the World Championships, Romain Mayhew won the elite men. He lives in France, his coach Kurt Pickard lives in New Zealand, but obviously they have a great relationship, and the training that Kurt has Romain doing, Romain completely believes in to be his best, which is why he could rock up at the World Champs, and then on race day, he had the confidence and the belief in himself that what he'd done in the previous weeks, months, whatever, was good enough for him to be world champion. So if you are questioning what you're doing with your coach or questioning what you're doing on your program, then it's probably time to move on and go find something that you actually trust, because the more you question it, the more you're going to doubt yourself on race day, and the more you're going to worry that you haven't been doing the correct training that's going to make you your best and give you the best chance at the result that you want to achieve when you go to a big race like States coming up, Nationals are coming up, Grands if you go into them, and then by then it'll nearly be January and the whole cycle starts all over again. So the truth behind the perfect training program is, I believe 90% of it is mental. I've watched people, and I've also done it myself. I've signed up and started training with a new coach, and within like a week or two, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going so much faster. But reality is, in that week or two, nothing's changed. You haven't got faster, you haven't got fitter, you haven't got stronger. It's purely in your head that you believe that who you're training with now is going to make you faster, and then straight away you start seeing results because you have that confidence. So at the end of the day, there's no one secret to being the best you can be. The truth is, you just have to find something that you believe in, you're committed to, and something that you're going to go out every day and give 110% to. So if I was your coach and I gave you 8 sprints or 12 sprints, those extra 4 sprints aren't going to make a difference. But if you go in and believe that doing 8 sprints today with proper intensity, proper form, putting everything you can into them is going to make you the best you can be on the weekend, that confidence that you're going to take from, say, you're doing sprints on Thursday to the race on Saturday is going to be the difference. Whereas if you go into your sprint session and you're like, oh, I'm doing 12 sprints, oh, I'm not sure if that's going to make me faster or wear me out, and you start questioning everything, then you're going to lack confidence going into the weekend because you're not trusting the process of the training that you're doing throughout the week. So I think it's very important that you trust what you're doing. Over the years as well, I have trained with a lot of pro riders. Most of them do very similar stuff. You don't hang out with a rider and they're doing something super secretive that gives them the edge over the other person. It's just, you can see the riders that are good and the riders that aren't quite at that level, and the difference in their training is the intensity that they put in. When I go to the track with Isaac, knows what he's doing, everything's done properly, he has the correct amount of rest between his runs. When he does his runs, he puts everything into it, and that intensity is the difference between being his speed and being behind the pack. So with that being said, I don't think there is a perfect program, but the perfect program for you is something that you believe in 110%. So make sure you train hard. As for now, it's time to go training. Let's do it.
Why are you worried about doing that? I'll fall on your face.